Hey guys, welcome back to SPROCKET. Today we are back in the new update yet again because you guys have came up with the idea of building something with multiple turrets. Now I haven't actually done that when I've had to place people inside, so this is going to be an interesting experiment. Let's see if we can create a tank that will fit at least 2 turrets, one with 1 person in and one with 2 people in. At least I think that's the way it's going to work anyway. So let's go ahead and start building, and hopefully this will look pretty good in the end. Okay, so the way I see it, we just need a really long tank. So let's go ahead and grab these guys at the front, and we'll shoot this forwards quite a bit. There we go. I don't mind actually keeping it in this sort of shape. I think that is going to be okay. But let's go ahead and change it just a little bit. So let's raise this guy up slightly. I wouldn't mind actually splitting this as well. So if we go to edges and we split it, yes. Go to points, grab this one and this one. Send this all the way forwards to here. And I don't know. I feel like we can get a nice little change out of this. So if we drag these guys backwards and I do something along those lines, I think that's going to look pretty good in the end. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this guy, send it all the way forwards to around there. I'm also going to make the diameter actually a lot bigger, and we'll shove it forwards just like that. Does that look kind of cool? I think so. Yes, I think so. Let's go ahead and drag these guys forwards as well. That's awesome. And we're going to go ahead and make this actually quite thick as well. 115 seems fine. Select all of these guys, there we go. Lift it up slightly, and that's okay as well. Alright, looks kind of weird, but I think that's fine. So, let's go ahead and get length sync, turn that off, there we go, add one of these, and I think I'm actually just going to go with some very tiny wheels. There, I mean that looks really weird, but I kind of like it. Alright, the next thing that we're going to do is make the width of it down to 350, there we go. That does then mean we need to change the width of all of these guys down as well. Let's go down to that, there we go, width of this down to there, and I guess the width of these guys needs to come down as well, otherwise we might have some serious issues. There we go. That's pretty sick. Good. Okay, cool. So that's currently the length of our tank. Yes, it looks weird, but I think it's going to work out. The next thing I want to do is go to faces, grab this guy, and I'm going to drop it down quite a distance just like that. And to me, that looks right. Yeah, let's drop this guy down a little bit more as well. I wouldn't mind making all of this a little bit taller, but actually the way we're going to do that is I'm going to grab this guy, and this guy, as well as that one right there. I'm going to send it all the way forwards to around here, and we're going to raise this bit up at the back, because I feel like we should. Although actually, let's split it again. This may or may not be a good idea, but I'm going to split it to about there, and we're going to have an engine bit at the back, we're going to have our big turret in the middle, and a little turret at the front. Yeah. Okay, so all I want to do now then is extrude this upwards, just like so. It's going to be quite tall, that's fine. I'm then going to go ahead and drag this in, if possible. So these guys are going to go like this, that's awesome. And then I don't mind actually leaving this relatively flat, but I do think we should angle it slightly backwards to make it a little bit nicer. The other thing I'm going to do as well is delete these guys. And we're going to go to points, grab that one there, this one here, and this one here. And we'll go ahead and do this. Bosh! There we go. Do it again. Hey, there we go. Nice. So we got a good circular rim for our turret on the front. And now I need one down here as well. Okay, so you might ask, how are you actually going to do that? Well, I'm going to delete this guy. Whoa, that's not what I actually meant. I'm going to split this guy right here. We're going to go to faces. I'm going to delete this one and this one. I only want to do this on one side, actually. So don't mirror it. There we go. Delete this. Excellent. Go to points, grab this one, and this one, and do that. There we go. So that's where our other turret is going to be. The only issue I've got there is that it isn't over the crack. There we go. Now it is. So, if I can do that again, without grabbing these two, obviously. Bosh. There we go. So we got a turret ring right there, tiny turret, massive turret, engine stuff at the back, driver off to the side, and I think that should be good. I mean, that's pretty crazy, but kind of cool. Okay, so let's say this was like an early war tank. Let's go ahead and grab all of these guys at the front. The maximum armor we're going to have is about 65. So all of these, actually, let's go with 70. These guys right here are going to be 60. There we go. These ones down here are going to be 40. And that seems all right. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and get all of the armor in first before I do anything else. And that should be good. So let me go ahead and add all of the armor. And we'll come back, we'll add the turrets, we'll add the guys, and hopefully that'll be okay. Alright, so we've got 70 mil right there, we've got 25 mil on the top, just 20 mil on the top of this one, we get 20 mil on the top of this one, on the sides we got 50, on the front of this we got 70, on the back we've only got 20, back 20, sides are 20 right there. I believe these should actually be like 40 though. Especially closer to the top. So they're going to be 40 and 20 at the bottom. There you go. So very limited armor all the way around, but I think that's okay. Especially if we say that this is like, I don't know, like an early war prototype type tank. I think that's going to be fine. So yes, I'm going to move that backwards a little bit. Engine bay is fine. All the rest of it is okay too. I'm happy with this. Let's go ahead and add a driver now. We'll add a guy into this section right here, and then we need to work on the engine as well. Alright, so this guy is going to be our driver. We'll sit him right there. Hopefully he can somewhat fit in front of a turret ring. I think he will be able to. Let's go to interior view. There we go. So he's going to have to like sit down there. I want his legs to be like forwards, quite far like this. And I want him to sit angled backwards kind of like that. There we go. So if I can bring him down, bring him forwards. Yep. The steering wheel obviously needs to be in the same situation as well. So there we go, steering wheel, yes. Drag that forwards to in between where he needs to be, there we go, sick. And his arms are going to be out and out, just so he can hold the steering wheel. Ah, look at that, beautiful. He's then lined up to actually have a view, so let's go ahead and do this. Go to hatches, oh it's not even in hatches. Equipment, grab one of these, shove it onto there. And there we go, he should be able to see. Ah, nice. Alright, go to the inside, grab him real quick, make him a driver, and drive the tank. Beautiful. Okay, so the next thing is actually going to be this guy. So if I put that right there for now, we go to the inside, turret ring, diameter, we're going to bring down quite far. And I need to shove this into there, if possible. Can't quite work out where the hole is. I think the diameter can actually be bigger than that. Oh, not by too much, but yes, it can be bigger. And we're going to shove that right there like that. The height of it is going to be up a little bit. There we go. That looks kind of cool, actually. I don't mind that. And then we're going to go ahead and shove this guy into there as well, obviously. That's like the traverse motors. Excellent. And then we just need to build a turret out of this. I think I want it to be, like, rounded. A little bit more than that. And there we go. I think that's how I'm sort of going to leave it. However, what I'm also going to do at the same time is go to faces. I'm going to grab each of these on the top and lower that down quite a lot like this. I need it to be squat because the turret on the top obviously needs to fire over the top of it. So, next thing that we need to do is go to firepower, grab ourselves a mantlet, shove it onto there, really tiny like, there we go. Grab ourselves a cannon, shove that into there as well. We're obviously going to have to make this a very, very tiny gun. We're going to go with 37 mil. Actually, 35. Let's go with 35. We're going to shove this backwards into there. We're then going to shove this guy backwards into there. I do want this to be a lot smaller, so I'm going to do this. And this. There we go. And then, obviously, we're going to have to shove the gun down and in. So, grab the gun. There we go. Shove it down so it actually fits in the center of that circle. And we're good. Yeah, I mean, that gun looks tiny compared to that, but I think it's fine. Okay, so that is sort of what we're going to go with. What I do need to do from there is to drag this guy backwards slightly. We're then going to have to change this up a little bit. So we go to this guy. I'm going to raise this up slightly up to there. And we're going to have to change how high this thing can actually aim. So elevation, we're only going to go to like 12? No, let's go with 15. There we go. And then 7 on the depression. Or 5, I guess. There we go. Is that going to be too big still? Oh, wow. Okay, right. I guess it's the elevation that needs changing then. So let's change that to like 10. And then this can actually be something like 10 as well. So it can aim up 10 degrees and down 10 degrees. Lovely. Trying to fit a guy into there is going to be a massive pain in the butt though. But we are definitely going to give it a go. So shove the gun off to the side. Yeah, kind of like this. Obviously then the guy is going to be able to fit in there at least a little bit. We're going to chuck this over to this side so he can use this to aim the gun. There we go. And we're going to need an actual like gunner's sight as well. And that's going to go around here. So shove that onto there. Excellent. Let's get ourselves an actual guy. Try and shove him in there next. And hopefully that'll be okay. So, this guy. Seat height, I guess all the way up. There we go. Sit angle is going to be 0 for now. There we go. Feet forward and backwards. Leave it at 0 as well. And see if we can even fit him in. I don't know how this is going to work, but we'll see. So turret depth is going to have to go all the way down to there anyway. Seat height, he is going to have to be squatting, unfortunately. And I don't know if he's even going to be able to fit in here. Oh, no. Oh, no. I don't know if he's going to fit. That is a very tiny turret ring, actually, now that I look at it. Sit height. All right, he's going to have to come down, obviously. His arms are going to have to come in as well. His arms are going to come down as well. And then I might actually twist him to try and fit him in here. But I don't... Oh, there we go. Oh, we got a man inside the turret. Beautiful. So he, unfortunately, his job is going to be for literally everything. His job is to do all of the jobs inside this turret. Okay, let's get him a thingamabobby. A bunch of rounds, and we're going to shove them in there like that. There we go. I mean, that doesn't look too bad. Let's raise them up slightly, bring them in slightly. There we go. And I guess we're going to need a lot more of them, so let's do that. There we go. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. How many rounds is that? 28. 28 rounds in this gun. Fire the cannon! Beautiful. Alright, you know what? I think that works. I mean, it looks kind of ugly, but I think that's fine. Alright, so now that we've got that sorted then, let's go straight back to crew, go to hatches. I am going to grab one of these, and I'm going to shove it right here for this guy to be able to get in and out of the vehicle. I'm also going to move this guy to the side slightly so it's more level, and I think he'll actually be able to see more anyway that way, so that makes sense. Alright, drag it out, but actually drag it up, and then drag it back. Hey, there we go. Alright, cool. So yeah, it can move, and it can also shoot with its little cannon down there. That's kind of cool. Beautiful. Alright, so I've also give this guy a hatch on the top of his turrets. However, I'm going to go and turn it to the side. So if he needs to get in and out, he can do it through there. Beautiful. Or he can obviously get out of his turret ring and get out the driver's hatch. That also works. Okay, I'm actually really pleased that that fits. So now what I'm going to do is actually decorate this tank, and then we'll work on the turret afterwards. Okay, so I said I was going to add a little bit of detail. This is the detail that we ended up adding. So there are riveted panels across the front. We've got this guy and this guy. I added a ladder section right there. We've got riveted panels across the front right there as well, and on the front down here. I really like these ones. I think they generally look pretty good when you attach them on like that. I've also got them down the sides. Obviously, I can't do corners because we don't really have access to be doing that right now. But yeah, I don't think this looks too bad, to be honest. We've got the stowage guys on the side right there. I put some trench crossing things right here just because I thought it'd be kind of cool. And I do think it looks kind of cool, but I'm not entirely sure we'll keep it. On the back, we've got the engine stuff. I decided to go for a center exhaust. I thought that looked sick, and I actually really like it, so we're going to keep that. We've got lights on the back, we got some tools on the back as well, as a door, and more tools, and more lights. And that is pretty much everything that we've added. So now we need to add a turret on the top, and then we need to mess with the engine, and we need to go from there. So, let's do this. Alright, so, this needs to go on first, obviously. As you can see, let's go ahead and grab this guy and shoot it backwards into there. I guess it can actually be quite wide. There we go. So we're going to go with at least that wide. Height of it is going to go up a little bit, just like so. And then I think I'm going to have to move this in. All right. There we go. Backwards. I don't know how far backwards this... There. All right, there we go. Cool. I'll drop this down into the tank, and that seems fine. So, now all we need to worry about is the actual turret itself. What do we even want it to look like? Alright, so obviously we are going to go ahead and turn this into freeform. I'm going to select all of it. It is going to be a little bit wider, just like that. Okay, I'm also going to do this. Although, what am I even grabbing there? What's this piece? What is this? What have I accidentally grabbed? I don't know. That seems really weird. I think I've grabbed like the turret ring. I'm not sure what this bit is. I'm going to go ahead and try and grab these guys down here and make it smaller, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. I don't really know. I don't know what's going on here. All right, grab those. There we go. Maybe don't grab this corner. That's fine. And don't grab that corner either. Let's do... What in the world? What in the world is this? I don't really know. Not that one either. Right, if I do this... There we go. And then if we like shrink it this way... What does the hole look like? Alright, so the hole is looking pretty bad for that. But if we go ahead and move these guys up there, there we go. And move that guy out to the side slightly as well, that's fine. Everything else in here is probably a-okay. Right, let's go ahead and drop the depth of this down quite far. Obviously we are going to have to move like the engine and stuff. Probably. Oh, what is that actually interacting with? Doesn't look like it's interacting with very much. I don't understand. Anyway, what we might be able to do is change the diameter of this to be a little bit smaller. There we go. And that's fine. Alright, sick. It's weird that, but I think it'll work out maybe. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab this one and this one. There we go. And let's shove it in just slightly. There we go. We're then going to actually maybe make the side bit more rounded. And then the back end is going to just stick out. So we're going to grab both of these and I'm going to do this. There you go. The back end of this turret is sticking out quite far. So let's go to edges, grab this one and split it. And then we're going to make it slightly wider. That's fine. There we go. Grab this one and split it and make that bit slightly wider as well. I think that's a cool looking turret, to be honest. I do think it maybe needs to be a little bit taller. So let's go ahead and grab each of these and bring it up slightly. There we go. I think that's going to look pretty good, maybe. The other thing I'm going to do as well, actually, is grab this guy and send that up, and probably this guy as well and send that up a little bit too. Yeah, I don't mind that. I would actually like to lift this guy and maybe this guy as well. But I think that looks really strange. What if I just did this? Nah, what if I just did this? No. Okay, right, never mind. Never mind, right, I'm going to drag that guy backwards, this guy backwards a little bit, and yeah, that turret looks interesting, but I think it'll work. So, let's go to firepower. Yes, mantlets, yes. Grab one of these. It's going to be a relatively big round. So let's grab that. We will grab an actual cannon. Here we go. Shove that onto there. Very nice. And we're just going to make it smaller. So caliber is going to go down to 75 mil. There we go. If I can grab the rest of it, shove it into there nicer. There we go. I think that's alright. We can then drag that bit backwards. Whoop. Actually, that can stay there like that, and then I think the entire thing can come backwards, and that'll be alright, maybe. I'm also going to drag this guy forwards just a little bit. And that, although it looks strange, I think it's going to be fine. Actually, the more I think about this, the more I think the entire thing should be on the other side. There we go. And that'll work out, yeah, because obviously the gun is on this side of this one. Might as well make the gun on the other side of the other one. Yeah, that works. Alright, let's go ahead and make this longer. We'll go up to 750. We'll make it a 25mm barrel thickness. There you go, 25 right there as well. And then as we go forwards, this is going to be like 1 meter long. There we go. And then I think on the end of there, we'll go for one of these. There you go. So big cannon, little cannon. Although the big cannon's not actually that big, it's still fine. Gonna drag this guy forwards. And there we go. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and decorate this now. We're going to add a commander's cupola to the top. We're then going to have to shove some guys into there so that it actually looks alright. And so that it actually works. And then we need to work on the engine. Alright, so now it's time. Let's go ahead and grab one of these guys. There we go. This one that's standing... I say standing up lightly. I don't know if that would be counted as standing, but... Oh, wow, his feet. Look at the angle of those. Oh, no. Oh, I feel really bad for that guy now, but never mind. Right, so sit height all the way up. There we go. Same with you. All the way up. Very nice. We got two guys standing in here. I am going to angle them. So, both of which are going to be angled like so. Gonna drag this guy backwards. Right, we got two guys in here. One is going to be for loading. So there you go, he's the loader. And this guy is going to do every other job. There we go, right, so he's doing all the other jobs. Including shooting the actual gun. So, let's go to firepower. Yes, we're going to go to cannons. I need one of these. And I'd actually like to shove this right around here. I have added this as well. Actually, maybe it should go... Oh, I don't know where to put this. Maybe there? I mean, that seems like a really weird place to put the sight, but maybe that's okay, right? Let's just shove that on there. And that'll be fine. Right, okay, cool. So, we've got the guy in the gun. I need to make sure the sight that the gun is using is the correct one. That would make sense, actually. So, sight is probably this one. I don't know, though, because it's not really linking together very well. Propellant length, I'm actually going to make massive. There we go. 650, pretty much. Is that actually going to work? I was going to say, there's no way that's going to fit in there. Right, okay. Maybe not 650, but maybe like 550. 500, that works. Right, so let's grab the rounds. And shove them back here. There we go. If I can shove them on both sides, that'd be great. There we go. Move them this way until they fit. And then just have loads of them. Hey, there we go. So you got 112 rounds right there. Okay, can we fire both guns? Can't seem to be firing the big one. Wait, is that because it's using the other rounds? Hang on one second. What rounds are these? I think I need those ones. Yeah, okay, right. I need the big rounds, not the little rounds. So let's try and fit these in again. But we'll make them the big rounds instead. There we go. Look at that. Yes. No wonder it wouldn't fire. I had the wrong rounds in the turret, but that's fine. So let's raise this up. I'm going to lower it down by like 1. There we go. And that'll work. Yes. 28 rounds right there. Not too shabby. I'm also going to actually add some rounds in here as well. On both sides. But not as many as that, so limit it to like 1 row, or maybe 2 rows. There we go, shove it on the inside, and we'll have it just there, just like that. Not the best place for it, to be fair, but it's what we've got, so there you go. What is that in? I think I might have some more armor on this side than I do on this side. Is that true? Oh, wow, yeah, it wasn't mirroring. Oh, yikes. Okay, so 40 mil. Let's do it. 40 mil. Boom. There we go. 20 mil on the bottom, I believe. Let's go ahead and do that. 20 mil. Alright, excellent. And there we go. Now we should be good. Excellent. So, we've got our gunner, we've got our loader, we've got our gunner loader in the other one as well. I now need to work on the actual cannon really quickly. I need to go to this guy. And we need to make sure that it doesn't aim down too much. So we're going to go with like 5 degrees. Up 20 is fine, that's okay. Torque, let's go and increase that so it actually works. And now I can aim the guns. Yeah, beautiful! Far! Beautiful, nice. Okay, so now we just need to work on the actual engine. Which is, of course, on the inside. And see what happens from there. So I'm going to bring this backwards. I'm actually going to go ahead and bring these guys backwards as well. Like that. And then the engine can actually stay mounted forwards. I'm going to raise it up to be a 2-liter. And then we're going to make it massive. There we go. So 12 cylinders, 2 liters displacement each cylinder, I believe. And that's it. Alright, cool. So let's move this guy upwards. On both sides, I guess. Here we go, move it upwards. And then we need to grab just singular ones and move them in. There we go, singular and singular. Very nice. Let's drag this one in slightly more. And go. Oh yeah, that's a decent speed. That is a decent speed. Beautiful. Fire the big gun and fire the little gun. I think the big gun actually fires quicker than the smaller one. But that's fine. That's alright. That's really cool, actually. I like it. I like what we've got going on here. It's awesome. So, if you know what this tank is loosely based off, let me know in the comments down below, because I did somewhat base it off of something, particularly like this gun being off to the side at the front. I didn't add a rear one, but yes. Anyway, that might give it away. So, let's go to emblems real quick. I'm going to grab one of these, and we're going to shove it back here. There we go, just like that. I'm going to shove another one of those, probably on the front in the center, and another one on the rear doors. I think. I can't actually see that one. Alright, there it is. Right, drag it backwards until it fits. There we go. And that's good. So yeah, we got our crosses all over the place. That's fine. Everything looks pretty sick. I am going to go to paint. And I am going to change it slightly. So let's go to really dark. Or maybe not that dark. But I want it to be grey. I do actually want it to be grey. Somewhat like this, actually. Saturation up and down. Doesn't really change an awful lot. Metallicness will, though. It'll make it darker. And then saturation up. Yeah, kind of like a bluey grey. That looks awesome. Yeah. So, that's probably going to be it for this tank. I've changed the engine. Oh, wait, there's one thing that's missing. I always forget it in this new update. It's fuel. We currently don't have any fuel tanks. So let's go ahead and grab one of these. And I need to position it somewhere in here. Where it will fit. Probably off to the side of the engine. And maybe we can have 2 of them. So let's go ahead and shove one there. There we go. Excellent. Let's make it skinny, mini, and do this. Just like that. There we go. Beautiful. Drag it off to the side. Raise it up. And we have ourselves a fuel tank. But only on one side, apparently. I need 2 of those. Hey, I need 2 of you. Uh-oh. Right, is this going to put it on both sides now? Yes, it is. Alright, good. So this adds an extra bunch of liters next to the engine with fuel. Okay, sick. We're up to 600 liters of fuel, up from 1. But there you go. Pretty massive engine, pretty beefy guns. Kind of cool having 2 turrets. Obviously, we've still only got like 4 crew, so we don't really have that much crew in here, but it's still pretty cool. There you go. Anyway, let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. And I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Goodbye. Oh, and yes, I did realize that I didn't actually change the suspension. So pretty much we have none. But I actually kind of like the way that that works. The fact that it is actually just a very, very dull design that will just sort of not bounce over things, but like barrel over them. I thought that was kind of cool.